Aloha everyone, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your pick a card reading for what do you need to release in order to have success. Pile 1 is on the left, pile 2 is in the middle, and pile 3 is on the right. Use your intuition, take your time. If you need to pause the video, please do. Make your selections and timestamps will be in the description box below. Make your selection now and I'll see you in your video. Aloha pile 1, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your spirit messages. Pick a card for what do you need to release in order to be successful. I really like this because for personal growth, excuse me, let me try to move that just slightly. For personal growth, it's always good to know what is in our energy field that we need to release in order to catapult into our own success. So I feel like this is a beautiful question to look into. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell button. All those things help my channel to grow and expand, and I'm so appreciative of all of you. Thank you for those who have commented. I love engaging with you, as well as thank you for those who have donated. That has helped me to gather some new tarot and allows me to continue offering free content for you. So thank you so much for that. Just a note before we get started, I will never reach out to you or contact you in the comments or anything asking you for money. I do not have a WhatsApp. I will not contact you on any of the social media platforms. If you want to get a hold of me for a private session or for any other reason, that information is in the description box below, and that's the only way that you'll hear from me in that way. I'll never ask you for money, okay? And I do have a free contest, free to enter, free to win. It's a drawing to enter to win a 30-minute session with me personally, either a private reading or an energy clearing session. I will let you know at the end of the video how to enter that drawing. I will be, that's for the whole month of February. I'll be doing the drawing on March 1st on video and announcing the winner that way. Okay, so let's get started. Group 1. What does Group 1 need to release in order to move forward? Okay, satisfy emotional needs, the moon, nurture self and others. So this is fun and interesting. This is being filmed on the Leo full moon in 2022. Now this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, it's perfect for you. There will be a message there for you. But know that there are full moon energies here and available. And so what this is telling me is there is, with it being the Leo full moon influence, it's bringing back self-confidence, a boost of energy. It's bringing back all of those things that make you successful. What this is saying is to release insecurity and start to satisfy your own emotional needs first. So this is releasing, I feel like this group, you're very much nurturers in general. But there's a need to release nurturing everyone above yourself. It's time for you to nurture yourself. Release the need to feel everyone else's emotional needs and satisfy your own emotional needs. This is going to help you be successful, and it doesn't make you any less nurturing. You're just focusing that nurturing onto yourself, okay? This is a very Cancerian energy, okay? So very, very nurturing. I also feel like for many of you, there's a need to purge and release the mother wounds, okay? So we all have things that have happened with our mothers that have some programs that need to release. So I feel like there is a need to balance and satisfy your emotional needs as if you are your own mother, as well as releasing some of the patterns that happened to you in childhood, specifically from your mother. Okay, what does pile 1 need to release in order to be successful? What does pile 1 need to release in order to be successful? Let's get your cards here. Okay. Gorgeous. Okay. Oh, okay. So we have Judgment here. Now, Judgment can indicate a spiritual awakening. It can indicate a learning, things coming into justice, an aha moment, an epiphany. I feel like this is also you releasing your judgment of other people or old belief systems. I feel like for many of you, you are going through a spiritual awakening. You're coming through the illusions. So many of you are releasing the programs from the mother in order to have your own spiritual awakening, in order to have your own aha moment, in order to free your spirit to be successful and do what you want. This does feel like there's some ancestral patterns that are releasing, and that would be useful for you to let go of. So this is, Judgment card is telling me, release what you think that you know and the judgments that you've made in the past. There is a need to release your inhibitions and be a little bit more curious, a little bit more passionate about your world, a little more uninhibited, okay? Being willing to be comfortable with the unknown as that passion grows, and understanding that you are moving into success because that is your program. You are destined for success, but what is needing to be released is these inhibitions, I do feel like there's religious factors here. That card's not specifically on the table, but I do feel like there are some religious factors involved or cultural factors that may need to be released or revisited, or how will we say that? Testing your own belief systems in order to nurture yourself, okay? So there may be expectations of others that are involved here of you that are causing the imbalance, or they're causing the blockage to your own success. So you may have to step out on your own for a time. We have the Empress here. Okay, again, this tells me the mother things. Or the Empress is extremely successful, extremely fertile, extremely amazing. And this feels like your energy, but it's also a mother energy. Okay, so again, we're asking the question of what needs to be released. And I feel like there are some major programs from the maternal side of your, excuse me, my hair just went all sorts of crazy. Got a little humid, but that's all right. There's some things, expectations from your mother that need to be released. Also, again, this is back to self-confidence. So it's releasing any feelings of unworthiness, any feelings that you're not good enough, because you're showing up as the Empress. You are absolutely good enough, and you can actually create whatever you want. This is also telling me there's a need to release the victim mentality. So anytime that you're thinking, this has happened to me, this, oh my gosh, universe, why does this kind of stuff always happen to me? It doesn't happen to you. You have created it, okay? Bad, good, all of it. And this is releasing the victim and saying, okay, there is a solution here. So where is the solution? Releasing the illusions that maybe have been placed upon your relationship, your business, anything that would be in the way of your success. We have the High Priestess here. So many of you, this is releasing what you think you know and listening to your intuition. Observing from a higher level of mind, releasing your ego mind and listening to your inner guidance, okay? Learning about your inner guidance. The runes here are the rune of self, flow, initiation, and joy. The runes are these guys up here, okay? So we have the self, we have flow, we have initiation and joy. Okay, so you are going through an initiation that is going to bring you to your success, but it comes with righting your relationship with yourself. So releasing the need to control others, be there for everybody, be the rock for everybody else, and turning your focus inward. This is releasing control and having to know everything and allowing yourself to flow, to allow yourself to go through your initiation. And the result here is not just success, but great joy. And it comes through going inside and listening to your inner guidance. For many of you, you may be releasing a workplace in order for you to be successful. Some of you are quite literally going to be quitting a job and moving into something that's going to be much more successful for you. For others, Spirit is saying you are working too hard. And it's time to release the need to control, to work too hard. You're putting in too much effort. Effort does not equal success. I have found that through law of attraction, I have been most successful when I calm myself, relax, I take a nap, clients come. I go to eat dinner, clients call in. I go to take a swim, I've got emails lined up with all of my clients. So it's through the relaxation of the nervous system that all of your success can come in. Again, that's nurturing yourself. So the work is, the work is an internal process. That's the work, the meditation, the relaxation, the calming of the nervous system. That is the work. You've been physically working too hard and not going inside. And so this is sort of a whole shift in how you do things that's going to lead to your success. So releasing the need to control, releasing the patterns from the mother or your family. Like they're showing me my family. So we grew up kind of blue collar. There was a lot of emphasis on hard work and effort, and that was rewarded. But we were always paycheck to paycheck. We were always, had everything that I needed, but we were poor by certain standards, and they're showing me a similar pattern. Okay, so rethink. Okay, is this effective? So now it's time to understand that effectiveness is the measure of truth, not this just working for the sake of working or taking care of everybody else's needs. This is releasing obligation and turning that inward to yourself. And then we have 9 of Pentacles. Really beautiful. This is saying that you are absolutely self-sufficient. You are going to be successful. This is also saying, since we are asking about what needs to be released for success, this is saying that you're having your harvest come in and you've been used to being single, independent, etc. But this may be an indication, since we are asking for what needs to be released, that it's time to collaborate with others. We appreciate how independent and self-sufficient that you are, because you absolutely are. Like you don't need necessarily other people to help you in business or love or whatever. But some of you, this is also about releasing being single in order to be successful. Because in a love situation, that's the single card. So you guys are really moving up. So what they're asking you to release is control. Allow yourself to surrender to the flow. They're asking you to satisfy your own emotional needs. They're asking you to release the obligation, to move inward. So release the need to put in a lot of effort in order to get the job done, and allow yourself to relax, because that's coming in. And then the very strong thing is releasing the patterns from your mother or cultural programming that is causing you to have a blockage to your success. Okay, so it feels like success is inevitable for you guys. Really beautiful energy. You're coming up as the Empress. So this is just a mastery process. Okay, so you're moving into mastery so that success becomes easier and easier and easier. Okay, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to read your cards with that. I love that. I will take that advice for myself too. I really liked that advice. So thank you, pile 1. For those of you who would like to be entered into the drawing for the free reading, it's free to enter, free to win. Just like this video, share it, and then in the description box below, write success. And that lets me know that you want to be entered into the drawing. I'll add your name to the bowl, and I will do that video recorded drawing on March 1st, if I could get days out. Okay, thank you so much. Until next time, aloha. Aloha Pile 2. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with a fun pick a card of what do you need to release in order to be successful. This is releasing the blockages around your success, looking at your growth pattern, what's going to yield you the most success so that you can have your outcome. And this is a timeless reading, but it is being recorded on the full moon in February 2022. This is a full moon in Leo, so there's a boost of self-confidence, self-esteem, really beautiful energies to support this release. Full moons, we release and prepare for the next lunar cycle. And so this is a really amazing time to have this this reading, okay? Before we get started, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell button. If you haven't yet, please do. And thank you for commenting. I love engaging with you. Thank you for those who have donated. That helps me to buy new tarot decks for the channel and allows me to provide free content for you. Just a note, I will never contact you on any of the social media platforms. I do not have a WhatsApp. I will not solicit you for a reading in the comment section or anywhere outside of YouTube. I think my channel's been okay, but many tarot readers have been targeted with scammers, so we just want you to save your beautiful money. If you would like a reading with me, a private reading, that information's in the description box below. I'll respond to your email if you reach out to me. I will not reach out to you asking for money. Okay, so that I just wanted to clear that up. As well as I do have a free contest, free to enter, free to win, for the month of February. What you win is a 30-minute session with me personally. That's either an energy clearing or a tarot reading, depending on what you would like to have. And I will let you know at the end of the video the instructions of how to enter that, and that'll be, the winner will be announced on a video recording March 1st. Okay, let's get to it, group 2. Okay, what you need to release in order to be successful. We have Scorpio energy here, so that may be a Scorpio, but we have intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. All right. So what you need to release in order to be successful is to go into this scorpionic energy. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. It is the death card in the tarot. And Scorpio also represents, it is a scorpion, but its other animal is the phoenix. Okay, so this is about you releasing the purge. You have purged, you may be continuing to do that, releasing the intensity, releasing, exposing yourself. Okay, you've done those things. Now it's time for the renewal. So there may be a few more items that need to be purged physically, belief systems that need to be purged physically, but then what they're saying is let yourself be successful. I feel like this group too, you've been in this process of clearing for quite some time, so it's almost become what you've been used to. Okay, and sometimes we can get so used to clearing and releasing, we forget what it's like to live in a normal way of being, you know, because now we are extraordinary. Okay, we get kind of used to sometimes having that dark night of the soul that we forget about the good times that are coming. And I feel like you've programmed for success here. Okay, we have the Two of Swords. What Spirit's saying is what you need to release for success is denial. Okay, you have had your blinders on, and it feels like for a specific person. So each group's different. This one I do feel like has to do with love and romance. It may not, but in general, as I'm looking at your tarot cards here, it does feel like you've had some blinders about a specific person. Okay, we have the World here. There's a cycle that's ending. Okay, and with that, they're saying, let the cycle end. Let die what needs to die. And I don't mean in a physical death. I mean, like, we go through small little deaths throughout our life. So if there's a breakup, or if you know that someone has been toxic or they're not right for you, but you've been holding on because you felt like they're the right person for you, or if it's not a love relationship, it might be a job, or it might be a health situation. Like we might hold on sometimes to eating too much, or we might hold on to addictions, drinking a little too much, or what have you. It's saying there that there's been some denial about that. And this shows the Libra scales here. So it's time to come back into balance in order for your success. And so there is a release that's happening. Okay? We have Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Lovers. In order to get the new energy coming in, I do feel like you have a choice here. And how are they describing this? It almost feels like a bit of a sacrifice. Not that I'm saying that you need to be a martyr or anything like that, but I feel like part of what's releasing for you is the past, maybe some ideals that you've been holding on to. I feel like for some of you, you've been holding on to the idea of being with a certain partner for a really long time, and it's time to move on. You will have new love, you will have new offer, but these are new, okay? But with this Lovers card, what we're asking here is what needs to be released. So I do feel like there's a choice that has to happen in order for you to be successful, and you that choice may be that you release something that you love, but that you know is not working for you. There needs to be a change in the energy. Okay, so whether or not you guys get back together or not, in this, the way to be successful, you have someone on your energy that needs to be released. And this would be a lover, or this would be a business, because we have Ace of Pentacles, a job, that I do feel like you have loved. I do feel like you still have love for it or them. But it has been very intense. It's been very purging. It's been a situation that feels somewhat toxic. And it's time to release that. Now, that doesn't mean you release the love of the person or your job. That's not at all what I'm suggesting. When you love, you love. It doesn't matter how rough it is, you know? But it feels like what they're asking is to take those blinders off and to see things for the way that they are, so that you can make the choice to be renewed, and that you can make the choice to lay your burdens down. They're asking you to lay down the burdens. You are carrying too much, either for your business, or you're carrying too much for this loved one or this lover, okay? So it is time to lay down the burdens. They are asking you to go through the rebirth process. They're asking you to let go of that which is not serving you anymore. Let go of the tension. Let go of the push and pull energy. Let go of feeling like I have to stay with this person because I love them. I'm waiting on an offer. I'm waiting. Okay? It's time to let go of the weight, physically, mentally, emotionally. All right? In order for you to grow and be renewed. I see a lot of renewal and success in your reading. You are going to successfully end the cycle. Now, it may be that you end up with the person that you are thinking about, or you stay at the job that you're thinking of, but you change the energy. You release the ties to the what you've been in denial of. You're finally seeing, wow, okay, I can't keep doing that pattern. So they're showing me example in my life. Yesterday I had a conversation with my friend, beloved, whatever we are, okay? And I was putting my belief systems onto him. And I thought that I was pretty good about separating my map of what I think is right, my judgments, everything else. But instead, I was doing the very thing that I don't like for people to do to me. And it was a huge mirror in my face, and it was an old cycle and an old pattern that I absolutely want to do differently. So I'm making the choice to end that cycle of putting my wishes of how someone should behave onto someone else. Okay? It's not for me to control anybody else. It's not for you to control anybody else. You're here to be in control of your own thoughts and build your life the way that you want it to be. And so it feels very, very good because through this exposure and through releasing all of those sort of control patterns, all of the patterns that would have you clinging to another, would have you attached to another, or attached to a job, or addicted in some way, have you carrying the burdens for yourself and others. You're about to let that go. So that's the advice from Spirit, is to let that go. Let that cycle end and renew yourself in a new cycle. Make the choice to be your own lover first and foremost, always. This is Gemini energy. We have Scorpio, Gemini, and those are the main energies there. Okay? And so choose yourself, choose love, choose to offer yourself the new beginning that's going to grow. And then the other person or the other job or the situation changes, but it first has to change within you. So this is a very internal change. This is you taking your blinders off to what you haven't been willing to release and releasing it. And this is a scorpionic purge, so it may feel a bit like a death and a rebirth, okay? This is something, and this is a pattern of behavior that you've been doing and have been attached to for a very long time. So give yourself grace as you move through releasing something that your brain and your energy has held on to for a long time. It's not at all personal. It's just that's the only way your brain knew how to do that pattern. And you're choosing a new pattern. And like your team is saying, they're very, very proud of you. This is deep work that you're doing. This is deep renewal. This is deep purge and renew. This is a pruning back. You know, like when something you want it to flower a lot, you prune back pretty far on the tree or the vine in order for it to produce much more blossoms later. So you're just pruning the things that no longer serve you. It does very much feel like attachment to a person or a place, or an addiction of some sort, like food or alcohol or drug of some sort. And so this is you allowing yourself to release that, to live your best life where you feel like you're in harmony with self and with another. And I do feel like you will have that companionship, that lover, that wonderful job that's going to be really beautiful. You're going to have that success, but it does require this purge, okay? So that's what I have for you, Group 2. Thank you so much. I love this. I can see how successful that you're about to be. So it's like you're right there at that rebirth time. So it's just a little bit more of a purge, and then boom, you've got it, okay? So wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Those of you who want to enter the contest, it's free to enter, free to win. Just like this video and share it. And then in the comment section below, write success. And that lets me know that you want to participate in the drawing, which will be video recorded March 1st and the winner announced. Okay, so thank you so much. And until next time, aloha. Aloha, Group 3. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your spirit messages. Pick a card of what do you need to release in order to be successful? So in our personal growth, sometimes things need to be released in order to let in the success that we have. So I'm really excited to look at this because it feels like these are the action steps that we can do in order to be successful. And success is different for everyone. So whatever it is that you are trying to achieve. Before we get started, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Thank you for hitting that bell button. All those things help my channel to grow and expand. Thank you for those who have commented. I love engaging with you. Those who have donated, big thank you, mahalo. That helps me to get new tarot decks and do what I need to do in order to continue to give this channel for free. So I'm very much appreciative. And then I do have a contest coming up, free to enter, free to win. I will let you know at the end of the video. So those of you who want to enter the contest, it's to win a free 30-minute reading with me. So either a reading or energy clearing, your choice. That will be described at the end of the video. And then just a big heads up, there's a lot of scammers happening on YouTube that are targeting tarot readers. So just to let you know, I will never contact you directly or solicit asking you for money or to do a reading. I don't have WhatsApp. I'll never get to you on your social media. If you want to reach out to me for a personal reading, that information is in the description box below. So I will never just email you out of nowhere. I will respond to your email if you email me, and in the comments I will never ask you for a reading or anything like that. Okay, so just want to clear that up and make sure that you save your beautiful money and avoid any kind of scams. All right, let's look at your reading. Okay, group 3, what do you need to release in order to be successful? We have mutable. This is surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. I love this energy. So what you need to release is control, having to know it all. It is time to surrender to the flow. And I know we always say it's like, go with the flow. But what happens is when we introduce resistance and tension, that becomes a block to our success. When we introduce having to know everything or understand before taking the inspired action, it's no longer inspired. And it introduces tension, which means that success cannot flow to you as quickly as it needs to flow. Okay, and so this is this reading is actually timeless, but it's being introduced on the full moon on February 2022. So this is the Leo full moon. So the energies inside this reading are going to bring about self-confidence, love, harmony. So it's surrendering to yourself, letting go of any self-esteem issues, any feeling of unworthiness. Okay, because we only need to control things if we feel insecure or unsafe in some reason. And so Spirit's saying they have you. They have your success and your outcome. And this is about welcoming change. So I feel like this group, you guys are a little bit more logical. I feel like this is my scientific group. You want to know the facts, have the understanding. And my mentor told me something once and it has changed my life. So it's funny what I do now. I use my psychic sense for predominantly for what I do for work, you know. So outside of here, I also am a master practitioner of neurolinguistics programming, and I help people work in their sub and unconscious minds to achieve their goals, right? Well, before I had this training and before my mother passed away, I was very science oriented, like science fairs, went to, had to be logical. I had to understand. I had to know it all in order to be the safest. I had to be the smartest person in the room because otherwise I felt insecure, would work really hard, had scholarships for different science projects and things. And so was very much left brain logical, right? Started opening some things up for myself after my mom died and became very all right brain, intuition, okay, creativity. I went way the other way. My brain was like, whoa, we haven't used this side in a while. And then now having my brain tested, I work pretty well 50-50. Okay, so what that's showing is it's time to welcome change. So Spirit had me share that story because I feel like you guys similarly are in the process of learning how to find that balance between the right brain intuition and the left brain scientific. I have to understand. And so my mentor told me years ago, she said, Stephanie, understanding is the gift. It's not the requirement. Faith, inspired action, requires no understanding. Okay, so when we're making a change, we're often making an empty-handed leap into the void. That's the Fool card. Okay, but in order to have that success, we can't be so scared of failure or having to know everything or research everything in order to make it happen, because it's kind of like a watched pot never boils, right? So it's like, does the flower bloom if you're constantly staring at it? You know, it's maybe, but it takes a lot longer when you could let go of the control and go with the flow and welcome the change. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. All right, let's look at your tarot cards. Go a little deeper. Feels really good here. Okay. So what we need to release. It feels like we have the Magician here. So you're coming forward as the Magician. And in order to be the Magician, again, when a magician does their work, it's a collaboration between themselves, their higher selves, and Source, and all of the cooperative components. So this would be the elementals and all the different ways that we make alchemy. Okay, you can notice the elementals here, the symbols for the elements coming into this pot. But when you're doing magic or miracle or making a manifestation, the magician's the great manifester. You put your thoughts and ideas out to the great unknown, all that is, Source, okay? You put that all in there, and then you let it go, okay? So it's like, you have to let it go. I feel like what they're showing me is you have all of this magic in your hands because or in your head, because you're trying to manifest a specific outcome, but you're not letting it go so that it can come to you. And so this is the surrender part. Let it go to your higher self. We have this here. So in order to have success, they're asking you, King of Swords here is the master of themselves and their environment, not the controller, the master. This is learning how to master yourself. So let go of the control. This group is very much about letting go of the control, letting go of the logical mind. Not that I don't want to say let go. That is not exactly it. How are they saying that? Allow the logical mind to make room for the intuitive mind. It was Einstein that said, the intuitive mind is the gift. It is the doer, you could say. I'm paraphrasing. And the logical mind, it's faithful servant. But we've got it backwards, where we are worshiping the servant and forgetting the master. Okay, so the intuitive mind is the master, and any of the great geniuses would take their time to imagine. They would take their time to release. They would take their time to daydream. They would take their time to go into their intuitive faculties to then get the formulas, to then get the information from their higher self, source, all that is, the cosmos. The great scientists, Tesla would do this. Einstein would do this, okay? They would take the time to use their intuition and work out the mechanics of their equations in their head before it came into the earth plane, okay? They were using the power of their intuitive mind. We have 7 of Cups. They're asking you to release procrastination, okay? Surrender to the flow. I understand you've got many options and many choices, but they're asking you to recognize yourself in this equation here, with whatever it is that you need to be successful. You are guaranteed success, and I feel like this group, you're going to be successful in a recognized way. So some of you may be building a YouTube channel. Some of you might be actually speaking or singing on stages. Some of you may be recognized for your intellectual work. Some of you may be recognized in a relationship if that's what you're going for. Okay, but how to do that is to let go of all that doesn't serve you. Surrender it. Okay, and let Spirit show you what the gift is. We have 6 of Pentacles here. This is a gift for from the universe, harmony, unexpected blessings that come in. And in order to have that, you have to surrender and release. They're also saying release any people or emotional energy that isn't serving you anymore, because that is going to help you to be successful. This group, I feel like you have major success coming in. This is both personally in your personal life, but it also feels very much like business. Like you guys are going to be successful. The ideas that you have are extremely magic, okay? They help a lot of other people. So they're showing me that it's beneficial not just to you to be highly successful. It is very much beneficial to humanity at large. Your ideas and innovations are very important to what's coming through. The relationships you're about to build right now are very important. The discoveries, some of you are scientists. This is, like I said, the discoveries and research that you're about to do is going to be very important, very much a blessing. So they're asking you to let go of the control, allow yourself to free yourself of distractions, release anything that's dissonant or not harmonious. We have Queen of Cups too in the reading, okay? This is balancing your emotions. Again, letting go of any emotional energy. Emotions are just energy in motion, emotion, okay? They're not permanent. They're travelers. They're guests. The Queen of Cups holds herself in balance. She is half in the water, half out. She's balanced in her emotions. She's balanced in her field, okay? And so they're asking you to take balance, surrender to the flow. The Queen of Cups is very much surrendering to the flow. Very much so. Look at that. Okay? So they're asking you to surrender to the flow, let go of any feelings of loss, abandonment, let go of any feelings of failure that you've had before. All success stories are always such that they've had failure after failure, but they get back up again and they keep with their passion, they keep with their vision for success. And so this group, surrender it and allow yourself to receive in the success and recognition that you deserve. But it does take a balancing of that logical and intuitive mind. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. That's what I have for you at this time. I cannot wait to see your innovations and see your success. Some of you may be actual stars. I'm very excited about that. To see how that unfolds and letting go of that controller syndrome, we'll call it. So for those of you who would like to enter the contest, or the drawing rather, here's how you do it. It's free to enter, free to win. You like this video, you share it, and in the description box below, write success, not description box, sorry, in the comment section below, write success. That lets me know that you guys want to participate in the drawing, and I will put your name in, and then March 1st, I will do the video recording for you, okay? So thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And until next time, aloha.